Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cox Connections. Brad Grundmeyer, Director of Public Government Affairs for Cox, Louisiana. Thank you so much for tuning into our program. In this segment, we'll be talking to an amazing organization that seems like they've been around for such a long time, doing such good work in the area of arts and arts education, and that's Kids SMART. And they are just, as they always are, doing such great things in the classroom with a lot of their co-teaching and their daily efforts to kind of help inspire young people who might have that talent, to foster that talent and continue to nurture that talent. And we're happy to be joined by Sean Glazebrook, who's a Kids SMART teaching artist, as well as Kimberly Augustine, who is a first grade teacher at McDonogh City Park Academy. And thank you both for coming by today. I'm a big supporter. I always do love it, Sean. It's an amazing organization. I think does some great work for kids. Tell everybody who's not too familiar with what Kids SMART's all about.
Well, it's an arts integration organization, and what that means is that we place a teaching artist, who's somebody who has a background in a particular art form, visual art, or performing arts, or whatever it happens to be, and we place them in a residency in a school, and then they work with the teachers in the school to co-plan and co-teach curriculum together that's, again, arts integrated, which means they use, together we would use the art form to teach traditional content, science or math or writing or whatever it happens to be.
So there's, I guess, a curriculum, academically focused, of course, that really is your guide in getting these students through the experience.
That's right. And everything that we do, basically, as a teaching artist, when we sit down to plan, we look at the core GLEs, basically what the students are trying to learn. We look at the material, the content, and then together we figure out what's the best way we can teach this using an art form. And
I think, you know, back to when I was in school, we didn't have those opportunities. And I think the importance is there has been a lot of study and a lot of research that has went behind the importance. And I think of, you know, the music or any of the arts, but I think of music education, how much it helps with team skills and math and science skills. And there's been studies that show how it really adds to a well-rounded student because the expression, and there's a lot that's involved with it. I'm sure the arts themselves, visual arts, etc., have just as much to support it, that it helps, again, for making, if you will, a whole student.
Absolutely. And one of the things which arts integration you can really see in the students is the increase in critical thinking skills. Yeah, not to mention just the fact that using this technique, this pedagogical technique of using the arts to teach this stuff, the kids really get it on a level that I think that other techniques, you know, in my experience, haven't been as effective in reaching the kids. Not only do they get it, but they retain it. They hold on to this knowledge in a way that's kind of mind-blowing.
And what I love best about it is it reiterates to those lawmakers, policymakers, financial deciders, if you will, that this shouldn't be the first thing that's cut. It should just be the opposite. This is just as much being at the table as any other subject matter because of what it does to all the things you mentioned. And I think it's significant. We're a big supporter here of that with our own art contest that we do. Kimberly, what was your first impression when you heard about the Kids SMART, the Kids SMART program, and how you could integrate it in with your first graders, for instance?
I was very excited because as a teacher, I was able to pick the content area that I wanted to focus on.
Oh, really? Okay.
And my teammate and I, we selected science and social studies. And just being able to sit down with Mr. G, that's what we affectionately call him, being able to sit down with Mr. G and to plan these interactive lessons to make science and social studies come to life. Yeah. It was just an awesome experience to see the level of retention that the students have, the increased level of participation, and when you have a higher level of participation, then you start to see some of those behavior problems diminish.
And you know, probably, Kimberly, from what you see, you probably see immediately that they get it.
Yes, definitely.
And that makes you realize that they are retaining the information, that they do grasp the knowledge.
Right, because oftentimes students aren't always able to show with paper and pencil that they actually have mastered the skills that have been taught. But through some of the activities that we sit down and we plan on a weekly basis, when you see them act them out, it's like, wow, okay, they really did retain, they get it.
Sean, what grade levels is the program offered?
It's pretty much K through 8, and I've worked with pretty much every
Okay.
grade level, yeah.
Well, that's fantastic, just in case if anybody was paying attention. Now, you got some great upcoming events coming on, some information regarding the Kennedy Center?
Yeah,
to
we
New
have
Orleans?
one of the things that KidSmart really focuses on for both our co-teachers in the schools and for the teaching artists is professional development, so improving ourselves as teachers.
Absolutely.
And the Kennedy Center runs a fantastic teaching artist program, and we have 2 of their people coming out to work with us in September on an arts coaching professional development session. It'll be 2 full days of working on how we can, as teaching artists, increase our abilities as arts coaches.
And obviously, you know, KidSmart is not available in every school, so this kind of might be beneficial for those who don't potentially have the program as well?
Yes, well, that's one of the things that we do. We try to offer professional development for teachers that aren't in our Access program, which is what Kimberly's in, where they come in and they work with us each month over the course of the year. And what we like to do is to have kind of reach as many teachers as possible. In fact, the last time the Kennedy Center people were here, they showed us a breakdown of the guy was talking about, you know, if you reach this many teachers, you reach this many students, and if that teacher teaches this many students over 30 years, you've reached over 1 million students, you know, just through this one professional development workshop where maybe you can change just a little bit of something in the way that they bring arts into the curriculum.
And you know, I think it's said here, it also helps in the coaching skills in giving them a sense of how it's effective and the confidence that is necessary in using this kind of arts integration in the classroom. I think that's significant as well.
Yeah.
Another thing that's coming up in September is First Access Session.
Which is going to be the first session. So throughout the course of the year, the teaching artists and our co-teachers all come together, maybe 60, 70, something like that of us, yeah, all come together and we do workshops together on different topics, different techniques, different
best practices, that
exactly,
kind of thing, yes.
Exactly.
And it's also an opportunity for teachers from different campuses to kind of share what is working in their classes, what's not working, and also to take a look at some of the other arts disciplines, because Mr. G is theater, but we're also able to talk with visual artists. We also have a hip-hop poetry person who does some work as well.
There's so many different forms of expression.
Exactly. So it's an opportunity for us to all come together and share and kind of integrate those ideas.
And to that point, real quick, Kimberly, you've seen the difference in your students.
Yes.
Too. That's fantastic.
Yes.
Well, everybody, we're talking about KidSmart. It's an amazing program. If anyone's interested in learning more about it, Mr. G, please tell us about it.
The program overall?
Yeah, website, phone number, how they
we
get
have
involved.
a website, www.kidsmart.org. And that's what I know. And then we've got a phone number, 504-410-1990.
And of course, you guys are on Facebook as well at
yes, we have
KidSmart.
KidSmart, 2 different words, Kid space Smart.
So go out there, like it, learn about it,
Absolutely.
and get engaged. Because obviously, Kimberly, I can just see it in your face. You're very proud of those kids.
I am.
And it wouldn't be if it wouldn't be for the great work of KidSmart. And if you're looking to see about contributing and making a difference, I'm sure they'd appreciate a donation or any way that you can get involved.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Sean, for what you do. And welcome to New Orleans. You've been here from San Francisco for over a year now. Welcome. And continue great work, Kimberly, as well. And thank you both for coming by
Thank
on
you
the show
very
today.
much. Thank you.
Much appreciate having
Pleasure.
you. All right, everybody, that wraps up this segment. Again, check it out at kidsmart.org for more information. Thanks for watching.